Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Afternoon, Facebook. Good afternoon, IG. How are you guys doing out there today? All right. Hello, hello. Thanks for jumping on here. Elaine Proby, CEO, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. We're back again today to give you guys some tax tips, important tax tips. I know you guys are going to be very excited about this today because this is going to really, explain why you pay all these taxes. I know you guys are thinking, oh my God, it's taxes, taxes, taxes. I pay taxes on everything. So I'm going to try to simplify some of these taxes that you have to pay. Maybe try to explain why you have to pay them, and maybe that will just help the blow just a little bit. So, but the fact of the matter is you make money, you earn money, and you got to pay them. So it's best to understand why you got to pay them, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. I'm going to talk about 3 basic type of taxes. These are some of the most common. There's like plenty of taxes. But the most common that you guys face is on a regular basis and a daily basis. We're going to talk about those today, 3 basic type of taxes. And so it's going to be the income taxes, which we all pay, the income taxes. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the property taxes. We're going to talk about that. And then the other type of taxes we're going to talk about is the we can talk about the payroll taxes, right? Sales taxes, one that we pay all the time, every single time we buy something. I'm going to explain this to you guys, these taxes and why you have to pay them, and then see how that will help. Elaine Proby, CEO, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. I want to thank you guys for jumping on. So let's just jump right into this, okay? So the first one I want to discuss today, number 1, is the income tax, right? This is the one that everybody is confused about, okay? All of the taxes that comes out of your paycheck, we're going to talk about what those are, right? Income taxes, you pay that on monies that you earn, on your wages, your salary. If you're self-employed and you make money, you pay income taxes on those dollars, right? So for instance, if you made $1,000, let's say, and you're in a 10% tax bracket, guys, you pay $100 in taxes. So this is how this works. You pay taxes on your income, monies that you earn from a business, personal business, and or any type of salary or wages. That's what you pay the income taxes on, right? And then if you have a corporation, if you have a C corporation, the C corporation pay corporate taxes. They pay corporate taxes, corporate income taxes on the profits. So you pay taxes on the money that you earn. The C corporation pay taxes on the monies that they earn. For instance, if you have a C corporation and that corporation made, let's say, $5,000, and they're in a 21% tax bracket, for instance, they're paying $1,050. So now you make $5,000, you pay $1,050 in corporate income taxes. You got $4,000 left. This is what we're talking about, this, guys, because we want to have more than $4,000 left, right? We want to make more money. We want to knock down our bottom line and pay less in taxes. So all these lives that we're doing and all this information that we're sharing with you guys is to let you understand the taxes and help you and save on those taxes so you don't pay everything out in taxes. Hi, Mighty Dre. Thanks for jumping on. All right, Thomas Zero, thanks for jumping on. Okay, so yeah, so that is the income taxes that you pay as an individual. The corporation pay taxes on the profit they make. And then this is the big one, the payroll taxes. Now, how many times you look at your payroll check, guys? How many times you look at your payroll check stub and you want to know what is all these taxes? I get this all the time. Everyone is calling. I made $1,000. Why am I taking home $700? What is all these taxes? The payroll taxes, guys, that you have to pay. And let me explain. There is the income taxes that we talked about on the earnings that you make. And then, of course, part of the payroll taxes, you paying into your Social Security. You're paying into your Medicare for later. This is what happens. These taxes are for later. You pay into your state disability if you're disabled. This is the breakdown of all those taxes on your paycheck. Because everybody's like, my God, they took out $300 in taxes. This is what it is. The breakdown for where those taxes go. The Social Security and Medicare is for later. The income tax is the one we talked about earlier that goes to the federal government. And then depending on what state you're in, you're paying state taxes as well. So these are the payroll taxes. And if you're the employer, you have to match the Social Security and Medicare that is paid in by the employee. So 2 of you are paying in up to over 15% in Social Security and Medicare taxes. So when you get your next payroll check and you take a look at it and you see all the tax breakdown on there, you know, hopefully you can understand why you're paying them. Again, the income taxes is based on your earnings, your Social Security and Medicare. That is for later on, guys, when you get, you know, to retirement age, you can withdraw from your Social Security and you'll also get Medicare assistance. So that is what you're paying into. Maybe if you understand why you're paying these taxes, it might help a little bit, you know, just because, yeah, if you know why. Not that you agree with it, but if you know why, it will help you, right? So this is why we're discussing this today. So again, we're talking about 3 basic type of taxes, and then we're going to talk about, you know, why you're paying them and try to help you understand what they're about, okay? The last one I want to talk about in the income tax section is the capital gains. If you had some investments, you invest in the stock market, or you sold, let's say, a piece of real estate or something, and you made money, you have to pay capital gains taxes, right? You have to pay capital gains taxes on that stuff. So there you go again. You have income taxes. You're paying capital gain taxes on what you earn. And that's, you have to understand the difference between all these types of taxes. You know, you guys make some notes of this, right? Get you a pen and pencil, make some notes so that you can really go back, look this over, and understand the basic type of taxes and why you have to pay them. Okay, so that's my number one today. The income tax. That's the number one section that we want to discuss today, guys. And let's move on into the second topic today, number 2. Number 2 is sales taxes. And this is the one that everybody gets. Sales taxes. You go out and you buy something. You know, it's a tax on retail products. You go out and you buy something. You buy something for $100. And then the sales taxes, depending on what county you're in, because they're all different. The rates are different depending on what county you're in. You might be in a county where the sales tax is 10%. So if you spend $100, okay, so you're paying $110. If it's an 8.5% sales tax area, you're going to pay $8.50 on that $100. That's what the sales taxes is for, guys. You pay sales taxes based on the county. And so that's another tax. And we're so used to that because every time you go somewhere, it's $100. And immediately you start calculating, okay, what's the sales taxes on it? So it's $110. It's $108. And this is the thing. Everybody's like, my goodness, why am I paying all these taxes? So you pay taxes when you earn the money. You pay taxes when you spend the money, so, you know, but understanding, and all these taxes is for a different purpose. All these taxes are for a different purpose. They go to the county, they go to the state, and then they go to the federal government, all for a different purpose, okay? So that is the reason you're paying all these taxes. And then there is the, on top of sales taxes, there's taxes that you pay on, let's say, your gross receipts. If you have a business, now I get clients all the time. They come and say that, oh, I made $150,000, but I spent it all. You know, I spent it all. So why, you know, am I paying so much taxes? But guys, understand that your city taxes, let's say your business city taxes is based on your gross revenue, not what you make. So if you made $150,000 and you spent $140,000, it doesn't make any difference for the city, for your business taxes. That's on your gross receipts. They base that on the gross receipts. You got to pay the taxes on how much money you make for your business license, okay? So again, you know, all of these taxes are based on certain things, whether it's a profit. And for instance, in this case, it's based on gross receipts. It's not what you have left. And it's so hard for people to understand it, right? Because they didn't make that money. They made it, but they didn't have it left. So they have to pay taxes on it, right? Okay, so that's the gross receipt taxes. And then there's other taxes like the value added taxes. And then there is the consumer taxes, guys. And these are, you know, you pay special taxes when you consume certain type of products. For instance, you go to the gas station, right? There's consumer taxes on gasoline. There's consumer taxes on certain products. You pay consumer taxes, you know, on things like cigarette, alcohol, consumer taxes and all that stuff. So these are value-added taxes that are paid a little bit more complicated. Nonetheless, we're paying them. Some taxes are done directly or indirectly, but we're paying these taxes, okay? So just so you guys understand, the sales taxes, the excise taxes, the value-added taxes, all this stuff is on either purchasing at retail or user taxes, user fees and taxes that you paid, value-added taxes on certain products that we buy and we use. We have to pay taxes on that as well, okay? So that's my second point today, guys. I want to thank you guys for jumping on here. All right, Zero, thanks for jumping in. Yes, yes, yes. All right, hey, Dale, how are you? Good to see you. All right, guys. So once again, we're talking about three basic tax type and why you pay them. Why you pay them? Yes, we have to pay them, and why we pay them. Right. So let's get into one of the most common taxes, guys, is the property taxes. And there's several types of property taxes. And the most interesting thing about this is the one that most people don't understand is the personal property taxes. Personal property taxes, if you have a business, you pay personal property tax on your assets. Now, this one is a little difficult to understand because, you know, initially at first, I didn't understand why you're paying taxes on the, let's say that you paid on your equipment in your business. If you run the business, you paid on your equipment, on your furniture. And I'm like, well, why are you paying taxes on this stuff, right? You bought it, you pay taxes. Now you have it in your office and you're using this stuff, and then there's the personal property taxes you still have to pay on your equipment, on your furniture. You still have to pay personal property taxes. So, you know, so this was a little difficult for most people to understand, but yes, you are the county, you have to pay personal property taxes on certain assets if you are running a business. And now you also have real property taxes. Now that is on a real property. You own a home, right? A building and type of commercial property. You pay real property taxes on that building, on that home, you know, whatever you own that's real property, you have to pay property taxes, right? Property taxes. So there's the real property taxes, and then there's the personal property taxes, which is paid on your assets, on your equipment, and certain things that you use to operate your business. All right. So guys, hi Renee, hey Laverne, thanks for jumping on. So let me recap. But before I recap this, there's another set of taxes, which is the estate and inheritance taxes, guys. And those get a little bit complicated. The estate taxes, the inheritance taxes, the wealth tax. Those get a little bit more complicated. Nonetheless, it means that you still have to pay taxes and all that stuff. If you have an inheritance, you have an estate, and over a certain value in that estate, you have to pay taxes on it. So there's taxes, and taxes. So you just have to understand the difference of those taxes and why you pay them. So we can get more into the estate and the inheritance taxes and the wealth taxes later on, but those are in millions and millions of dollars. Based on what the value is there, you pay a certain amount of taxes. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, though, that the tax is structured, and it's based on how much you make. The more you make, the more taxes you should be paying. And I say should be paying because some people make a lot of money and they don't pay taxes because they have other reasons why that happens. But it's structured so that the more you make, the more taxes you pay. And if you make the least amount of money, then you pay the least amount of taxes in. That's the way it's structured, okay? So, all right, so let's recap, guys, today. 3 basic tax types, the most common. Let's recap. The first one is income taxes. And that's where, of course, the personal income taxes is what we really always try to make sure that you take advantage of all your credits and everything. So you pay less in income taxes. For business purposes, we want to make sure that you write off everything so that you don't pay as much taxes in. You have more in your pocket. So the income taxes, guys, and then the other type of taxes is sales taxes. Well, the sales taxes, you can't really get around it. It's on retail items that you purchase. The rate is based on what city you are. So, I mean, you might, if you're in another city with a lower sales tax, you might want to purchase over there as opposed to purchase in the city where the taxes are at 10%. They got the 8.5 and 7.25. So you might want to go to Riverside County or San Bernardino County as opposed to LA County if you live in this side of town. But you know, that's some stuff that you would need to know, and you can buy the same merchandise in a different county and pay less sales taxes. So, but you would need to know that information, right? So there's the sales taxes, and then the other one is the property taxes. The third one, guys, is the property taxes, number 3. And that is a real property on property that you own, a home or a building, and our personal property, you guys, for your business, all of your assets and personal property in there is what you pay taxes on. So, all right, so we have a question, and thanks for helping us with, all right, understanding that. Yes, financial. So, Let's see. That's it. Thanks for helping us with your financial tips. Right. We appreciate that, guys. This is what we're here for. Again, is to have you understand your financial situation, your taxes, the reason why. And if you understand why you're paying these taxes, it doesn't mean that you totally agree with it, but it helps to blow a little bit. And then now you can figure out how to pay less taxes. And this is what we're here for. This is what we want to do. We want to make sure you figure out how to pay less taxes by utilizing every single thing that you can. Let's see. We have a question over here. Lee Smith, what tax type? Let's see. What's tax type? There we go. What tax type is treated the most created the most issue from your experience? What has created the most issues? So from my experience, what created the most issue is generally, say, the business taxes, right? The business taxes, income taxes, that is the one that created the most issue, simply because there is a lot of different ways that you can minimize those taxes, right? And so, but you have to plan ahead. You have to be prepared. And I think one of the things that we don't do a lot of is we don't do any pre-planning. That has to be a separate meeting. You got to have a tax planning meeting, guys. And so that you can maximize your deductions, your credits, and you need to know some of this stuff ahead. You need to know a lot of stuff in advance. Okay, so from my experience, a lot of people don't plan ahead. And so the income taxes, whether it's personal income taxes or business income taxes, is one of the things that I have the most issue with, because they pay more taxes than they need to. Okay, you pay more taxes than you need to. And so I have a problem with that. Now, some of the other type of taxes, of course, they're pretty standard. You can't really necessarily get out of those. But the one you have more control over, guys, is paying taxes on the money you make, and whether it's personal or business. Okay, so I hope that answer your question. Okay, thank you. Great question. So again, guys, the basic type of taxes, understanding what they are, and then the most important thing right here is to make sure that you capitalize on your credits, capitalize on your deduction, understand why you pay these taxes, find out how you can minimize these taxes, find out how you can keep more money so that you can have more wealth. We want to build wealth, and the only way to do that is to keep more of our hard-earned dollars in our pocket, whether you work for it, whether you want a job and you're getting a payroll check. Once again, there's ways that you can minimize your taxes at the end of the year, and that's what we want to plan for, and make sure that you take care of those. Take advantage of those, right? Okay, so again, Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. PROBY'S Tax and Accounting is here, guys. For over 35 years, we've been assisting the community, assisting you to be able to maximize your tax credits and deductions, and keep more money in your pocket. Want to help your business to grow, be successful, and get, we'll see you on the other side. So again, I want you guys to make note of this. Hit like and share at the bottom of this video. Turn on your notification, you guys, so that you can know when we come on live. And go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of information there that you guys can make use of. And again, I want to advise you guys, this is tax season. You want to file early, get your money back soon so you can invest. Okay, so PROBY'S Tax and Accounting is working virtually. You can go to our website. We have a secure website. You can upload all your stuff. Any business and financial questions that you have, we're here to help you with that. Okay, so call us at 323-290-9034, or go to our website at probiztax.com. All right, I want to thank you guys again for tuning in today. We'll be back next week with some more great information for you. All right, so for now, I want you guys to follow instructions. Again, we're still in COVID. We want to get on the other side of COVID. We want to be successful, guys. We want to get back on our feet. And so I want you guys to follow instructions so we can get out of COVID. I want you guys to take care of each other and take care of yourself. All right. So I will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.